What's going on, my good people? This your boy, Lap Up the Entertainer, here to bring you some action between Benedict College and Albany State University. This is going to be an interesting battle between both of these bands here. Woo, I'm excited. I'm really excited. This is going to be interesting between these bands. They both got a unique sound and they pinned there. Yeah, I'm real excited. I can't wait to see what they're going to bring to the table, okay? Look, all I got to say is I'm expecting a lot on the field, and I'm expecting a lot in field. That's all I got to say. I'm really thrilled right now because this is one of them battles I could not resist. I had to grade it. Had to grade it for y'all, man, because I was just like, man, it was some heat this week. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we're not even talking about the swag, but we're talking about we had the meat. We got, South Carolina State, and they had North Carolina Central battle, and we got this battle, and then we got this poll. So it's some heat this week, man. So I'm definitely excited to bring y'all this action. If you're new to the channel, please consider liking and subscribing. It means so much to me. Alright? I would like to tell y'all before we get into the battle, there's no favoritism. I want to keep that on a leash for y'all. There's no favoritism. All I'm saying is I'm expecting a lot from both of these bands, and I'm going to give it to you raw and uncut on what I'm looking for, okay? So, look to the cards next to me so you know what we'll be grading. We're going to be grading entrance, songs, formations, dancers, breakdown, and overall creativity. Maximum points they can make all together was 25, and they can possibly round it to 30 with the creative department. If they do something unique or death-defying on the field, that could round them to that 30, okay? So, it just depends on the band. Alright, sometimes they have some creative moments, sometimes they don't. It really depends on the band. Alright, so also what I would like to add, my expectations for this as well. Okay, I'm expecting the entrance to look clean. I'm expecting the songs to sound clean when they're stationary. I'm not expecting it to look clean as far as them, marching, because the sound shakes if they're marching. So I'll take that in consideration. Just if they're stationary, I'm going to really be grading that sound. Formations, I'm looking for symmetry issues. I'm looking for step-offs to look right. I'm looking for 8-5 to be there. That's one of my biggest pet peeves too. Step-offs and 8-5. Not so much symmetry, but if it's acceptable, it's acceptable. If it's not, I'm going to call y'all out on it. Dancers, I'm expecting the dancers to look clean. Hit those stunts right. They look clean overall, no problem with that. Breakdown, I'm expecting at least 3 breakdown features from the bands. Okay? 3 breakdown features. Not 1, not 2, but 3. Okay? If they can do that successfully, they can possibly get a 5. It's up to them. So, with that being said, let's get into the action. We're going to do Benedict first.
From Columbia, South Carolina, Devin Lugo, the accountant. From Atlanta, Georgia, Denaria Dixon, the junior. And from Atlanta, Georgia, Trayvon Goodman, Commander 808. This is the SIAC Championship Game, 2025. On behalf of our president, Dr. Rosalind Carter, we welcome you to the experience.
Very clean so far. Very good.
very close addition. Beautiful, confident, sweet. It's also two ladies of sensation as they dance like they've never
Okay.
danced before. True sensation is under the direction of
Okay.
Mr. Ring Drop.
They did that. I see you just going through the motions right there, huh? Just going through the motions. let's get that a grade. Alrighty. Let's see if I can get a top of view. There we go. So, almost a perfect. Almost a perfect. There was some parts that just need to be just slightly sprucing up on the breakdown department. So creativity is a 5, dancers a 5, formations a 5, songs a 5, entrance is a 5. Breakdown is a 4. So a 29. Almost a perfect and almost a perfect 30. Only reason why I didn't give them a perfect 30 in that one was because I felt like there was some band members that were just going through the motions in the breakdown. You know, I know that he had some cut scenes when he was going from point A to point B, but when I was really zoning in on some of these people were really not putting in enough energy. You know, like they was putting some work in. The crowd kind of responded to it just a little bit, but then when you saw how people would just kind of died down a little bit, because you could tell that they were just going through the motions. People feed off of energy. I don't care if it's a home crowd or if it's an away crowd. People feed off of energy, and you can tell. Alright? So, but that's my verdict on that. But it got a 29. That's still a passing grade, so that's very strong. I don't know what Albany is going to pull off on this, but hey, let's see what they're going to do. And they very strong on that field. That's all I got to say. They're very strong on that field, so let's see what that looks like. Alrighty. If y'all made it this far in the video, please consider liking and subscribing. It means so much to me. We finna get into this, alright? Let's get to it. Shout out to Luke's videos for providing the footage. Also, if y'all not a part of that family, please consider subscribing to him as well. Want to throw that shout out? I did my part. Moving on. Very clean. Some people who not marching in this, the formation, they're kind of skating in this. that. They did that. They did real good.
Work to the door. When we toss high, hit strong, stand big.
So we got to work on that one. That's good. Got the energy, dog. Yeah. Make sure that was it. You gotta make sure. Oh man, that was a great performance. This was interesting. So let's give it a grade. All right, let's give it a grade. So creativity is a 5. Breakdown is a 5. Dancers is a 5. Entrance is a 5. Entrance, I'm gonna give them. Oh, artist entrance a 4. 5. Formations is a 4. Songs is a 4. Alright. They got them a 28 on that one. Alright. So, let me give my verdict on that. Formations. There were some people who were walking, not marching, but walking in y'all formations when y'all was going from point A to point B from the follow the leader drill. Alright. So, you can't skate in that. Can't skate in that. You got to pick your legs up. When people paying attention, they going to tell if y'all really putting y'all 8 to 5 in there or not. So that's one thing. Now, when it comes down to songs, not knocking the song selection that y'all did, but there was a tuba run that could have been cleaner. There was some other parts up in there that could have been a little bit cleaner as well. All right. So, hey, is what it is on that one. All right. Is what it is on that one. But, it still was a passing grade. So if I was grading this by itself, I would give it a dub on that record. But because this is a battle, this is a little different. Alright? So, right now as we speak, current standings. Benedict is up by 1 point. Count it, 1 point. Benedict is up by 1 point. But that can all change in fifth quarter, ladies and gentlemen. That can all change in fifth quarter. Alright? So, before we get into fifth quarter, I would like to let y'all know this is no favoritism involved. This is my initial reaction. Okay? So, don't get in your feelings about that, okay? I would like to also let y'all know and extend the olive branch to y'all to let y'all know I have a membership program. With the membership program, you can watch unique battles from the past all the way up to the current. You can also request videos. You can also look at drumline battles as well. Alright, so that'd be exclusive to that channel. Also, you will have membership-only polls, okay? So, your voice does matter. So, I would like to let y'all know if you're a member, you have a unique advantage over my subscribers. So, if you want to get that type of advantage over the bands, not other bands, but over the other members of the channel, please do. Alright? It's only $2 a month. Also, if you still want to donate to the channel, I also have hit that thank you tab below. Hit that thank you tab. I really appreciate you. I really will utilize those proceeds for something good. I will utilize it for YouTube Premium. So, sometimes when I react to these videos, random commercials will pop up. So, you making those kind donations mean so much to me. Also, once I get YouTube Premium, I'll be working on giving out shirts and stuff. Doing special shirts and stuff. So, can you imagine having, your band logo on something and you want to rip it? I'm going to make it look good too. So, just want to put that out there. So, with that being said, man, I really appreciate y'all for tuning in, showing your boy some love. Let's get into fifth quarter. Alright? So, fifth quarter is unique. It's a different type of perspective on how a battle can go. It can shift dramatically in the fifth. It depends on how the band rocks it. Alright? So, with that being said, look to the cards next to me so you know what we'll be grading. We're going to be grading sound selection, power, articulation, arrangement, and overall cleanness. Maximum points they can make all together is 50. Alright? So, one thing I would say before we get into the battle as well, I really want to thoroughly put this out here. I'm not grading how strong an arrangement is. Okay? I'm grading the execution of the arrangement. Alright? Now, I would say this. If a band does do a loop, and it just seems like it does not belong in fifth, I will call them out on that. But if they legitimately sound pretty good and doesn't sound like something you would have in the game, hey, that's good to me. Anything's better than just a loop. Anything's better than just a loop, okay? But for me personally, I'm grading on musicianship, how clean they sound, okay? That's what I care about, how clean they sound, how the power, the arrangement, articulation more so, sound selection. Arrangement is not too big or valuable to me in here. Now, if I had a different scale, that's different. But this is completely different. So, again, I do not know what to expect from this battle, but I'm expecting big things from both. So, hopefully these bands can handle their business in here. Alright? So, Let's get into it. Albany's first. Yeah. Okay. Let's get that a grade. Alright. So, really good. Really good. But almost a perfect. High brass. High brass. I feel like high brass can be just slightly stronger in that. Alright. They're missing about 1 point in that. You know, almost a perfect. High brass just need to fine tune just the small parts in it. I think they'd be straight. Alright, moving on. Benedict. Alrighty. Let's get at a grade. Sound selections 10, powers 10, articulations 10, arrangements 10, cleanest, I'm going to give them a 9. Almost a perfect. Only reason why I say it was almost a perfect, there was some small parts with the high brass either not ending with the band or they're still kind of hanging over just a little bit. You got to make sure that you end with your band well too. High brass more so, okay? So they just need to fine tune the really small parts. Everything else was good. All the other band members sounded good. It was just the high brass area, you know. So I hope that they really fine tune that small part. But it's like right there. Right there. So I'm low-key kind of pissed off at them too. Moving on. Oh, they're gonna run it back. Yeah. Yes, indeed. Oh, man. They came with that oomph. Give that shit a Ric Flair moment. Woo! They said, let's run that shit back. They said, let's run that shit back, fam. Yeah. Yeah, that was dope. That was dope. Moving on. Wow. Well, I was not expecting this switch up. Woo! Give that shit a Ric Flair moment. Woo! Oh my gosh. Yo, that pin was crucial. Damn. That pin was crucial on that, fam. Woo. Yo. That was crazy. That was crazy right there, fam. Wow. Wow. And then we're not even talking about the dancers hitting and splitting that, too. That's crazy. In the stands, too? Wow. That's crazy. That's crazy. Moving on.
It's so easy.
Oh man, they all went Super Saiyan in this thing, fam. They all went Super Saiyan on this thing. Wow. Yeah, we got us a battle on our hand. We got us a battle on our hand, ladies and gentlemen. I like this. I like this. Yeah, fam. That was nice. That was nice. Oh man. Woo. Yes indeed. Moving on. That was nice. Wow. Yeah. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. No, man, they all went Super Saiyan in this thing, fam. Woo. Yes, indeed. Yeah, that was nice. That was real nice. Moving on. Oh, they don't tell me that they're leaving already. It's so good. Man, that was Super Saiyan Blue guiding this thing, man. Oh, shit. Yes, indeed. Oh, man, look, I've been trying to tell people this, man. Don't sleep on this division. Believe it or not, sometimes these divisions can sound cleaner than the biggest bands in the swag. I'm just going to be realistic with y'all, man. Like, don't sleep on these bands, bro. Don't sleep on this division. Don't do it. Man, that was nice. I enjoyed every bit of that. Every bit of that. Alright, moving on. Oh, Benedict leaving? Benedict actually leaving? Oh, wow. Benedict actually left. Wow. There went Ultra Instinct in this thing, fam. Wow. Man, I'm shocked that they left so early, though. Benedict left so early. That's the part that's getting me right now. The fact that they left early is what got me. I was like, damn, they don't want to finish it off? They don't want to finish it, fam. That's crazy. Man, look, they probably said that we don't want no problems with Albany in that field. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, at least I would have thought like they would have gone 4 to 5 rounds. I'm gonna be real with you. I thought they would at least gone 4 or 5 rounds. They probably had to go. They probably had to go to a recruitment trip. That's usually the excuse. They got to go to a recruitment trip, or they have a long drive back. Moving on. Get that shit a Ric Flair moment. Woo! Oh man, that shit's nice. Oh man. Woo! Look, all I gotta say, man, they don't went legendary in this thing, fam. They don't went legendary in this thing, fam. One more and they get them an emoji by their name. One more and they get them a whole emoji by their name. That's gonna be crazy. You know, look, not that many bands can say they get double emojis, man. So yes, welcome to the legendary club. We knew you can do it. But let's see if they're gonna get a second emoji by that name. Let's see if they're gonna get that second emoji by their name. This is gonna be the make or break you right here. Here it is. Let's see what they're gonna do. Congratulations. Congratulations. Let's continue on. Moving on. Yeah, Albany. In this thing. Oh man, they got their emojis, fam. They don't got their emojis by the name. And I gotta give them a little pin too. Something on my hidden list right there. Man, they have not missed. They have not missed. Not that many bands can get there to that emoji status, fam. Not that many bands can get to that emoji status, man. Now look, this will be the first band, if they can continue on. Let's see if they got some more. Yeah, they got some more left. If they can continue on, they can get some more emojis by their name. Like they can upgrade that emoji. The common thing right now, you see the arm emojis. But would this be the first band to get a separate emoji from everybody else? Let's find out. They're on went beast mode. So I can only imagine if they can continue on this path, what does that look like? You know what I'm saying? Woo! Yes, indeed. Alright, moving on. Man. They got the ego status, fam. Yes, indeed. They don't got the ego status. Look, only thing I gotta say, man, they the first band this season. I'm talking about all the bands I ungraded. Swag, Meek, this is the only band that actually got these emojis by their name. So that's respect. That's respect. They don't got ego status to their name. That says a whole lot about their grind and their commitment, okay, and their book. That says a lot. That says a lot. So yes, well deserved. Well deserved to get those emojis by their name. Yes, indeed. That's respect. That is respect right there. I can't even get mad at them at that, man. That's what's up. That's what's up right there, man. That they did that. They did that. Yes, indeed. They did that. I gotta give it to them. That's different. That hit different right there, fam. That hit different right there. They did that. They did that. Moving on. Well, they got one more in them. Let's see if they can carry on with that commitment. Oh, that's some savage shit. one Freezer Black, dog. They super cold. This is a cold band. They got these emojis last year. And they deserve it this year. That's a cold band. This is a cold band, ladies and gentlemen. Cold, 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 cold band. Well deserved emojis. Look, the grind is real. They did that. Oh, man. And like I said earlier, this is the only band that I have graded this year that has got to this emoji status. Like, for real. Like, don't sleep in Albany, fam. Don't sleep on that band, bro. They would give a lot of bands a run for their money. Oh, shit. Wow. Look, respect. That's respect. You know what I'm saying? Like, they got respect for me, man. Like, the only band that has done it this season. Fam, that says a lot. That says a lot. Either the fifths was short, etc. But man, yeah, yeah. Oh man, Albany, they did that shit. They did that shit. Woo! That's a cold band, bruh. I said it before and I say it again, man. Look, respect. You feel me? Respect. Oh man.
Do you like marching bands?
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, who won this battle? Well, it was an interesting fifth. I gotta say this, alright, before we get into this, you know, some people might get in their feelings about this, but to me, it was worthy of a dub, you know. Not for the band, but it's recognition. We're gonna talk about that in a second. But all I wanted to say is this: do not get in your feelings about these grades. It's nothing but love here, you know, but I gotta give accolades what accolades is due, okay? And just because a band receives a loss today does not mean that they can't be bragged upon, okay? So, with that being said, okay, fifth quarter was a tie, okay? When Benedict was there, it was actually legitimately a tie between both of these bands, okay? Even though Benedict left after the third round, Albany was smashing still. They did not stop. I guess it pissed them off how they left. I don't know if they was eating in front of them or what, but something happened and it was some pettiness going on. So, somebody comment below and tell me what happened in Phil. Alright? That's all I gotta know. Alright? So, but in halftime, it was a different type of story. Alright? So Benedict was actually up by 1 point over Albany. Now granted, I'm grading overall. Okay? If it was a tie in fifth and it's a 1 point difference in halftime, that means Benedict won this battle. Alright? By 1 point. Literally 1 point. And I'm gonna tell you why. Alright? And I'm gonna still give accolades what accolades is due. Alright? So when it comes down to halftime, Benedict had a stronger halftime. They did. Only reason why they didn't get a perfect 30 from me was because of their breakdown. All right. When we look at Albany's, they had some people in the follow the leader drill when they were not picking their legs up. They was actually walking. I did not like that. I want to see their legs up. Okay. Another thing is when they did their sound selection, it could have been cleaner in halftime. Okay? So I say this to tell y'all, you know, Benedict won the battle, but, you know, Albany got the praise. I want to keep it 100 with you. Albany got the praise from me, man. Look, it was a tie in fifth quarter, but Albany did that. Look, I want to tell y'all something, and this is something I want y'all to understand. Albany is the first band out of all the bands on graded this season, okay, that actually got these emojis by their name. That means a lot to me and it showcases that they are consistent. I promise you now, I will say this again. If any band that I have graded in the past was to step up to them, Albany would have shitted on them. I'm going to be 100 with you. I'm just going to be real with you. Consistency. Consistency. I'm going to be real with you. Consistency. They would give a lot of bands a run for their money. Alright? So, with that being said, man, I really appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing y'all boys some love. I got no complaints. It was an entertaining battle from both bands. I really enjoyed myself. Again, that's my verdict. Benedict won this battle, but Albany did their thing as well. Alright? So, with that being said, man, if you're a member, channel member, I would like to say thank you so much. This is my special shout out to you. Thank you so much for being part of this family. It means so much to me. If you want to be a part of this family with the membership program, please do. I have more details on the link description below. But really appreciate y'all, man. I'm finna get up out of here, y'all. And like I tell y'all always, deuces.